Tulsi Gabbard. This one's for you again. I'm a water translator, probably the best in the business, and I've written a book just for you, Tulsi, we've been talking about quantum supremacy a lot lately. Of course, you got Lockheed Martin, and you got the Army, and you got Russia, and now China's got a quantum computer. And they got the Hubble telescope, and they got Sputnik, and they're all using relativity. And now you got fusion GPS, which is controlling everybody's mind. Used to it was just certain writers and things like that. I just want you to know I did run Contra. I ran Contra, Con Translate. Of course, this wasn't to my knowledge because I was tapped as a child. And are you heeding some long dormant jungle instinct, Pinky? Well, yeah, they were using my brain the entire life, and I didn't even know it. Con, am I? Anyways, here's the con that we pulled off. By the way, I got your message the other day. Cody, Two Bears. I am the Keystone Pipeline. Yes, what tribe are we suing? We're suing the Democrats with their freaking mind hive technology that's ruining white conservatives' lives. And yes, you are Major Winchester, and I am Major Longplay. You see how well that worked out? I mean, that's the name of my YouTube channel. I'm also the Standing Rock here. Basically, President Trump used me to read the Democrats' minds because they're all hacked by everybody's technology. It's a free-for-all. The government made that possible. Anyways, I was just scrolling through some things here. And here down at the bottom, I just caught this one earlier. I find this kind of odd how my mom, remember the McMartin preschool child molesters? And, Chelsea Hubble Clinton. Kind of odd her middle name's Hubble, isn't it? But I also find this odd. It's just the matrix that we live in. My parents have a dog named Bear, right? And I've been talking about LSD and all of that stuff and how it was just all over the place in my when I was a kid, about 15 years old, we were already got LSD in my hometown of Alvin, Texas. It was used for illegal human research. Well, this dog's name is Bear. See how I went through this? Now, I already talked about Sushi Q, the dog that came to my house at 314 Pi Drive in Amsterdam. My man from Amsterdam, Pulp Fiction. Keystone Pipeline here. Sushi Q, right, is that dog. She's wearing and here's Lucy. Lucy, LSD, got treats. And my mom, who's under mind control, put the red bandana on Sushi Q, the dog that goes out in front. And then, Bear, of course, is wearing I Make the Rules. And about the time I was typing this email up, my sister in the room next to me said, I shih tzu not. Isn't that wild how everybody's under mind control in this illegal technocracy? You might really want to go through and read all of this here. But what I really wanted to point out is IARPA using veterans as cogs. One of the things they really like veterans who have LSD in their pocket because they can really hack the shit out of the Democratic Party and ruin their day. Really bad. That's what happens when you hold. I'll leave that part. Here you go. All right, here's the playbook that was put together in 1964. If you want to talk about quantum supremacy, their Major Long Play, or Major, we'll get into that. Now we know who has the quantum supremacy, don't we? What was before that? Oh, yeah, you. Now we know who has the quantum, and that's when she was being pinned as Major. We'll get into that. All right, so M.A.S.H, that means to mash things together like AI and humans, okay? Or E.T. and humans, and getting the picture here. Hawkeye, hot lips. Okay, I was Hawkeye on when this all started. Then my lips got a little hot and some technology showed up and tortured me. And that's when I started figuring out their operating system and how they attack conservatives with the Democratic technology there. Battle Buddy. You see where I'm going with this? Hot lips, Frank Burns. Oh, we burned them. This book that I've written burned them. Maxwell Q. Klinger. Okay. Now, Q has a lot to do with things like the John 4chan post and different things like that, but you're going to realize what the real Q is right here. Q Klinger, my Sushi Q's, my black mouth cur. Watch that video I just made. There's a guy named Brian Jack that I've been talking to at DIA. Yeah, it's odd how at BJ Honeycutt, he's got all this information. That's your cue, Brian Jack. Expose them before we are destroyed like Europe. Eugene Radar. Guess who Major Winchester is? That'd be Tulsi Gabbard, who's going to destroy the two-party system, and anyone that gets on board with her will remain in office. Okay, the Army set up a major long play here in 1964. All right, the Army has quantum supremacy. Janie's got a gun. Pinky in the brain. Operation Paperclip. U.S. Army. Bet they didn't see that coming, did they? Stick that in your pipe and smoke it, IARPA. Don't fuck with me. So Sherman's a tank. Now, that's kind of me, too, seeing how I put all this together there for you, Major Winchester. This was about an Army surgical unit. Well, I wonder who that would be. This Army veteran right here, myself. And then you've got a 16-year-old veteran of the Army. I think she's still enlisted, actually. That would be Hot Lips. You're pretty. Is a nice way to say it. I've got technology here that likes to get dirty. So, Patrick, remember that? Patrick, that'd be Dan Patrick. That was the part of this script where they used me to get blackmail on Dan Patrick. Remember that? Yeah. That's what happens when you hold a queef in for 60 years. Hey, Army, you might have a little explaining to do here, but I am pointing out for you that you've got quantum supremacy. There's no doubt about that, okay? Maxwell Q. Klinger, it's clinging to me here. Remember Trapper John? Yeah, that'd be this. That's where they trapped President Donald John Trump, right? See how that works? Anytime you see John, that's some sort of quantum technology that can traverse through dimensions. You just got to what you need to do there, Battle Buddy, is we need to get this book in your hands, all right, because it lays out how you're going to be the next president, and it also lays out how you're going to free the slaves in America, because the technology that's driving your party has enslaved the entire country, okay? And it's attacking veterans, right? You're a veteran, you want to do something about that, right? And it's also attacking conservatives. And the simple fact of the matter is I know more about why the way your party, the Democrats, think. It's all about curbing the population trend. They don't give a shit about women's rights. Abortion is about preventing more births because they want to curb the population trend. Of course, they're not very honest about that, are they? They take the easy way, the evil way. You know, a little education's probably actually easy, too. You just tell people if we don't stop breeding that we're going to have food shortages in 20 years there, Tulsi Gabbard. I've wrote a book on all of this and how you win, and it basically, if you want to go with the quantum supremacy here, down here where it says Major Winchester, like I said, a surgeon, that's you, Tulsi, and this was forecasted in 1964. Isn't that amazing? So, how you like that water, all right? And by the way, I did get your message the other day, the Cody Two Bears and all that. That was cute. I don't know if you meant to do that or not. That's what's scary, okay? So that's just to kind of get you up to speed on some things here, Major Winchester, because I'm actually a general, but I just go by Major Longplay because the name works really well. And seeing how names are really in play here, like Hillrod and Trump, you're going to walk down there and fuck them all, okay? You getting a picture there? I hope so.